Hello everybody, it's Saturday. This is your retired again happy friend Carolyn from Mississippi. So thank you for joining me today. This is Palm Sunday weekend, and on my channel on Retired Happy Again, we talk about things that give us happiness and joy in our retired life that help to make our life as fulfilling and joyous and happy as it can possibly be. So we share a lot of recipes, a lot of cooking and recipes, because that's one of the things I still enjoy, even though I'm retired and it's just me and Maizie I'm cooking for now. But I still enjoy going in the kitchen and cooking. And I share some sewing projects, I share some crochet projects, and I have watercolor projects, but I haven't shared those yet, so that's still on the list to do. So today is Saturday morning, and I'm going in the kitchen to cook. I'm having some work done at my house today, and I'm going to make some peanut butter oatmeal chocolate chip cookies. They are so good. And I'm going to share some, give some bags of it to the men who are here working and spending their Saturday working for me at my house. And I'm also going to try a different biscuit recipe, and I'll see how that goes. But Maisie will go for a walk to the mailbox at lunchtime. The weather is a little bit cool. Maybe this is our Easter cool spell. I don't know. I think the high is supposed to be about 70. And then next week it will get back up in 80. So I'm glad I'm having this work done on my house while the weather's still cool before it gets hot. Because in Mississippi it gets hot and it gets humid and it's just miserable to work outside. So thank you for joining me. I'm so thankful for the Easter season, what it means to us, what it means that God loves us, and what Jesus did to sacrifice for us, and our hope and our promise for the future because he lives. And the good word for today is we do serve a risen Savior, and he is alive today. So thank you. We'll go to the kitchen. And don't forget, Wednesday, we have already got our quilt top made on our baby quilt. So this Wednesday, we're going to be putting it together with the backing, the batting, and the top that we've just put together. So I hope you'll join me on Wednesday, and we'll get a little bit more done on this project. It's been a fun project. I just love watching my projects develop and see how it comes to life. And thank you, and I will see you on Wednesday. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And if you have any questions, let me know. I've had a lot of questions that one of these days, one of these weeks, I'm just going to take a time out and just answer some of the questions that you've been asking me. And I appreciate so much all of you who keep coming back to visit me on my channel. And I appreciate all the comments that you make and all the suggestions and sharing things that you like in your life. So share your smile with everyone you meet today. It's free, doesn't cost you a thing, and it makes the world of difference to somebody else. Bye-bye. Today I have some men working at my house doing some repair work. So I'm going to make a treat for them, and I'm making the peanut butter chocolate chip oatmeal cookies. So this is out of the Cooking with Maggie cookbook. And so far I have in my mixing bowl, I have mixed up 3 cups of old-fashioned rolled oats, 1/3 cup whole wheat flour, 1 teaspoon baking soda, 1 teaspoon baking powder, and a 1/2 teaspoon salt. So I'm going to mix that up. So next in my big bowl, I'm going to add 1 cup packed brown sugar, 1 cup granulated sugar, 1 cup or 2 sticks unsalted butter melted, 1/3 cup peanut butter. So I'm going to mix that up, and then I'll come back. Now I'm going to mix in my large bowl. I'm going to melt the 2 sticks butter, 1 cup granulated sugar, 1 cup brown sugar, and 1/2 cup peanut butter. So I'm going to get that in my big bowl and get my mixer out. All right, the sugar, the butter, and both of the sugars are all mixed up. Now I'm going to add 2 eggs and mix that up well. So there's 1. 2, and 1 teaspoon vanilla. So I'm going to mix that up now well with the mixer, then I'll start adding the oat mixture. That smells like peanut butter. Smells good. Okay, now I'm going to start adding, this is the oatmeal, the whole wheat flour, the salt, the soda, the baking powder. Okay, and after this gets mixed in real well, I'm going to add 1 to 2 cups chocolate chips. I'm going to see how that works. That looks good. Okay, so these are going to be peanut butter and chocolate chip cookies. What's better than peanut butter and chocolate chips? It's going to smell so good baking in the oven. And you could, if you wanted to, I have seen some recipes that are similar to this, and it also has raisins, and you could put coconut. So raisins, coconut, even dried cranberries would be really good. So we're going to just stir this in now. I'm not going to put the mixer on that. And I think that looks like enough chocolate chips. I don't think I'm going to add any more than that. All right, now I'm going to get ready to start putting it on the baking sheet, and we're going to have us some fresh baked cookies. I have my cookie sheet out, and I'm going to use my large one so I can make a lot of them at one time. And now I have my parchment paper, and if you don't know the trick, when I take the parchment paper off the roll, it's all rolled up. So take it, kind of scrunch it around, and then it will lay flat on your cookie sheet. Okay, I have the oven preheating at 350, and I'm going to start, by the time I get my cookies all out on my cookie sheet, my oven will be heated. So I'm going to drop it by spoonfuls. I don't want huge cookies, so I'm going to make them kind of ping pong size maybe. We'll see. So this is the size I decided to make my cookies. So I'm dropping them out by the spoonful, and I'm getting 4 across. So my oven is almost heated to 350. As soon as I get these all on the cookie sheet, We're going to pop them in the oven, and then my house is going to smell so good with fresh cookies baking in the oven. So chocolate, oatmeal, peanut butter is a really good combination. This is going to be a really good cookie. And I think the guys out working in my attic are going to appreciate them when come lunchtime. What do you think? We'll see. Okay, there's one pan full, ready to go in the oven. So my oven's not quite heated yet, so I'll show you the recipe again. This is the peanut butter chocolate chip oatmeal cookie. And it is in the Cooking with Maggie cookbook, and it's back in the cookie and cake section. Pretty soon I'm going to make the cream cheese pound cake that is in this cookbook also. And that's been a favorite pound cake since, ever since I've been making cake, since I was raising my children. And I also sold that cream cheese pound cake in my cupcake shop when I had a cupcake shop, and it was always a big seller. While my cookies are baking, I'll share with you the food that I made for Maizie this week. I made this yesterday, and this will probably last her all this week. And I give her this at lunchtime, and then in the morning she gets a little scoop of Iams, dog food, and then in the evening, after we go for a walk, she comes back and she gets just a little, maybe a third of a cup of Iams. So this is her dog food. And I think it looks a lot like the farmer's dog food. But I got the recipe off Pinterest, and I've been making dog food for a good while. I made it from a little dog I had before, Maizie. But boiled in my boiler, I boiled one chicken thigh, about a half cup or maybe 3/4 cup brown rice, and then I had a pretty large sweet potato. I baked it in my microwave, chopped it up in little pieces, so it has sweet potato, carrots sliced. I got some fresh green beans when I went to the grocery store, and it has the green beans, the frozen green peas, a chopped up apple, and then after, I think that's all I put in it this time. And then while it was still warm and cooking, oh, and I put coconut oil in it. And while it was still warm and cooking, I broke an egg in it and let the egg cook. So that's Maisie's food. Now last week what I made, I have different recipes that I use depending on what I have in the refrigerator. But last week I had chicken livers, and she had chicken livers. I had some broccoli, the peas and carrots, green beans. That time I had put oatmeal in with it. So there are various things. I change it up depending on what I have already in my pantry. But I've read so much about just the prepared dog food that I like to give her some regular food that I know what's in it, and it doesn't have preservatives and additives and byproducts. It has real chicken meat and real vegetables and real rice. So there you go. So other times I've made Maisie's food, I've also put blueberries in it, broccoli, cauliflower. In fact, she loves raw broccoli and raw cauliflower. When I was taking Maizie to the obedience training classes, about a month and a half after I got her from the rescue league, for a treat while she was training and doing her obedience training, her treat was raw cauliflower, and everybody else had little bits of hot dogs or chewed up chicken or liver or something. Maizie gobbled down her raw cauliflower. So I can't think of anything else right now that I've put in it. She does like, oh, pumpkin. I have put pumpkin in it, pureed pumpkin. I put applesauce in it if I have applesauce. And I always incorporate an egg in it to add a little more protein. Got to keep my girl healthy. Cookies are done. They baked for 12 minutes. So I'm going to take them out now and put them on wax paper on my counter. Then I'll get ready to put another batch in. So while this batch of cookies is in the oven baking, I'm going to make some biscuits. And I'm going to use a recipe I've seen that I haven't tried before. So all that's in it is self-rising flour and half and half. So I'm going to give it a try. I've seen a lot of recipes making it that way. So for lunch, I'm going to give the guys out there working a biscuit with cheese and ham in it. Not sandwich ham, but the ham steak that I had, the thick ham steak. So I'm going to mix up the biscuits and pop them in the oven while the cookies are baking. So I had a cup and a half of self-rising flour, and I think it turned out to be about 1 cup whipping cream. Not whipping, but half and half. So this is a 16-ounce bottle of half and half, and I used just about half of it. So let's get them rolled out, and we'll pop this in the oven while the cookies are baking. And we'll have ham and biscuits for lunch to give the guys out working. So I know they can smell the cookies baking, and I'm going to give them some cookies too. So I'm going to put the cookies in a little Ziploc bag, and they can either eat them here or they can take them with them and eat them on the road, whichever they prefer. So I've got my dough patted out. And let's see, I'm going to make that's how many biscuits I'm going to make. Okay, so I have my pan. I'm going to put my biscuits in the pan. Biscuits are so quick and easy to make, and I don't know why people buy the already prepared biscuits in the grocery store when they are so easy, and it's so much more economical because you have self-rising flour in your pantry. Most of the time you have oil or Crisco, or this time the half and half, and they mix up in 5 minutes, and it doesn't take much longer than that for them to bake. So there they are. I'm going to pop them in the oven and let the biscuits bake. So now I'm putting the third pan of cookies on the baking sheet, and each pan I'm getting 20 cookies. So I'm making mine, I'll show you the finished cookies in just a second. But right now the biscuits are in the oven baking. So when I get through, I'll be able to turn my oven off. Now another pan of cookies is ready. This is the third pan. So this is going to make a lot of cookies, but I do enjoy being in the kitchen and cooking. That is one of the things that gives me pleasure and enjoyment in my retired life. So I had a cupcake shop for a while and really enjoyed. I made cupcakes, muffins, the cream cheese pound cake, and I also had chicken salad, tuna salad, pimento cheese sandwiches, and that was a real fun time during my life. So we're going to put these in the oven and check on the biscuits. I will say this while this batch of cookies is baking. It doesn't really take that long. Fresh homemade cookies that you make in your own kitchen and bake in your own oven are so much better than those store-bought. I'm not going to name any names, but you know, the chocolate chip cookies that we buy and the chocolate sandwich cookies that we buy. Homemade cookies just can't be beat. Give it a try if you haven't. And if you have, I hope you make this recipe again for your neighbor, for your children, for your grandchildren, for somebody who's just moved in your neighborhood or someone who's been sick. So everybody appreciates fresh homemade cookies. So this is the last pan of cookies going in, and this is 4. So that recipe made 80 cookies. And don't worry about the shape of them, just drop them, because when they bake, they're going to spread and become round cookies, so you don't have to worry about the shape. So I'm going to put these in the oven and take the biscuits out. Okay, the biscuits are nice and brown, and now I'm going to let it cool just a little bit, break it open, put some ham and cheese in it, and I'll let you know how they taste. So I have ham and I have some cheese. I'm using pepper jack cheese because I like the pepper jack in it, but I think the biscuits are good. I think they're a little bit dry. So if I did it next time, even using the half and half, I would usually go ahead and put a little bit more Crisco or oil in it. But I'm used to using buttermilk in my biscuits too. So the buttermilk versus the half and half makes a little bit of difference. So anyway, it was worth a try. I'm glad I tried it. Now I won't be wondering what it's like. So here are most of the cookies. I have them 8 in a bag to give to the men out working. And my cookie pan, I have some others on the counter that are cooling. The biscuits with the ham and cheese, I'm getting ready to wrap in wax paper and take it out and check and see if they're hungry. What do you think? They've been in the attic working since 8 o'clock this morning, and now it's 12 o'clock. So while I've been nibbling on the cookies and checking out the biscuits, I've eaten lunch and I'm through. I've been washing dishes while everything was baking. Have a good day. Well, Maisie's eating her lunch, and she loves whatever I fix her, she loves. She's not a picky eater, which is good. So after she eats, we're going to walk down to our mailbox and have our regular lunchtime routine. We'll come back and she lays in the sun. This is her lunch that I fixed her, and some people say, why in the world do you go to all the trouble to make her dog food? I enjoy it. I enjoy cooking for me, and I enjoy cooking for her. But I can make her food for a fraction of what this kind of dog food costs in the store. And I have gone to the store and read all the ingredients, plus I've read it online, and I can get the vegetables and the rice and the oatmeal and the meat, whether it's chicken livers or whether it's salmon or some kind of fish, or I can make it for a fraction. Y'all, this is frugal retirement economics. Retirement Economics 101. Well, it's a beautiful spring day. This is Palm Sunday weekend, and we're taking our noonday walk to the mailbox. The sun's shining. Maisie loves to be out in the warm sun. Come on, Maisie, let's go to the mailbox. Now we're back from our walk to the mailbox, and Maisie's doing her favorite thing, just laying in the sun. It actually is very hot out here in the sun.